All right, let's get right into it. Today we're breaking down Apple's biggest event of the year, where we're going to get our very first official look at the next generation of iPhones and, well, a whole lot more. Okay, so the invites are officially out. The date is set. The whole tech world is basically holding its breath. I mean, this is the main event, right? It's the one we all wait for all year long. You know how it is. With all the rumors, all the insider leaks, and the analyst predictions flying around, it's tough to know what's real and what's just wishful thinking. And that's exactly what we're here to clear up. Yeah, this is just as important. We're going to separate what's pretty much confirmed from the stuff you're going to have to wait a bit longer for. Managing expectations is absolutely key here, so you know exactly what to look for. So go ahead and mark your calendars. This is the moment Tim Cook and the whole team take the stage. You can bet it's going to be another one of those super polished, pre-recorded keynotes broadcast live right from the Steve Jobs Theater. Apple always loves a good tagline, don't they? This year, it's awe-dropping. Now, that plus the really cool swirling logo on the invite is a pretty strong hint that design and maybe some brand new colors are going to be a major focus this year. No surprises here. The absolute centerpiece of the entire show is, of course, the brand new iPhone 17 lineup. I mean, this is the product that drives more than half of Apple's revenue, so you know the stakes could not be higher. So a totally new model is reportedly joining the family, and this is set to be the first major iPhone redesign we've seen in years. That Air name makes a ton of sense because this phone is all about one thing, being incredibly, incredibly thin. Get this, 5.5 millimeters. That's the rumored thickness. Just to put that into perspective, that would make it the thinnest iPhone ever made. That is a massive engineering feat, but it's probably not without its trade-offs. And analysts are already chiming in. The thinking is that this new, super thin design will probably replace the Plus model, which, let's be honest, was never a huge seller. But making a phone this thin might come with compromises, right? We're hearing maybe a single lens camera, and you gotta wonder about the battery life. Okay, for all you professional users and photographers out there, the Pro camera system is getting a huge, huge overhaul. That new camera bump, which is supposedly way bigger, is housing some serious tech. We're talking a massive 48-megapixel telephoto lens that could offer up to 8x true optical zoom. We're also hearing about a cool dual recording feature so you can capture front and back video at the same time, and a switch to an aluminum back, which should make the phone a lot more durable. Thank goodness. Now, looking across the whole lineup, the big news for most people is that the base iPhone 17 models are finally getting that super smooth 120 Hz display. It's about time. The Pro models will get the more advanced version that can slow all the way down to save battery, and of course, you've got the faster A19 Pro chip in the Pros, and the Pro Max might even get a fancy vapor chamber cooling system to keep it from getting too hot during heavy-duty tasks. Okay, let's move on to the supporting cast because it is not just about the phones. We're expecting a full refresh of Apple's most popular wearables, too. The new Apple Watch Ultra 3 is definitely targeting the adventurers out there, and this new satellite feature, it is a legitimate game changer for safety. Being able to send an emergency SOS from your wrist, no matter where on Earth you are, that's a huge step forward. So what Apple's doing here is pretty smart. They're offering a clear choice for every kind of user this year. Whether you need the super rugged Ultra 3, the balanced everyday Series 11, or the more affordable new SC3, there's a model for you. And they're all expected to be running on that new, more efficient S11 chip. And finally, the AirPods Pro. They are getting a much-needed refresh. Now, besides the expected audio improvements, the big story here is all the new health and wellness sensors they're packing in. We're talking in-ear heart rate monitoring, which is a big deal, and maybe even new infrared sensors for gesture controls. Imagine that, changing tracks without even touching your earbuds. Okay, now for a really important part, managing expectations. Apple usually saves its other products for different events. So here's a look at the exciting stuff that we are not expecting to see on September 9th. Yeah, this timeline, which is pieced together from a bunch of different reports, shows that new Macs, new iPads, and the next-gen Vision products are all a bit further down the road. Apple will most likely give these their own moment in the spotlight at events in 2026 and beyond. Let's bring this all home. Let's talk about the bottom line. How much is all this cool new tech going to cost? And when can you actually get your hands on it? So these estimates from JP Morgan suggest a price hike is coming for the iPhone 17 Pro. That would actually break a long streak of it starting at $999. And the likely reason? The base model is probably going to start with 256 gigs of storage, getting rid of that cheaper 128 gig option. If you're planning on upgrading, here is your game plan. Apple is like clockwork with this stuff. Expect pre-orders to go live at 5 a.m. Pacific on Friday, September 12th, with the phones actually arriving in stores 1 week after that. And really, that's the big question this year, isn't it? We've seen a pretty radical new design with the iPhone 17 Air, some serious upgrades for the Pro users, and a big push into health and safety with the Apple Watch. So now you have all the info to decide for yourself if this is the year you're going to upgrade.